Hello everyone, it's Magic here, and I'm here in beautiful Corsica testing out this weird lens. This is AstrHori tilt lens. It's a 50mm f1.4, so it's quite similar to the TT Artisan tilt that I tried, except this difference that it's not just tilt, it just like free floats in terms of tilting. And as you can see, I'm holding here my actual favorite tilt lens, which is Canon's 24 tilt version 1 on adapter, and I've been using this one for my wedding photography, so you can see my photos. I do love tilt lenses basically, so I'm happy to test out another native to Sony lens for full frame. So this AstrHori, I've already played with it and I'm really happy with the results. So now let me take you on a shoot here with my wife in this beautiful garden, and yeah, we're gonna see how it works. So I started the shoot with a simple cactus scene, just to show you the easiest way to use the tilt effect. In the first photo, I tried to tilt the lens up or down, getting the horizontal focus lines across the frame. You can see the quite substantial vignette here, which occurs when you tilt the lens to the extreme. So when tilting to the side, left or right, you'll get a vertical focus line like in this picture. Also, you might have noticed ISO 800 on all of these photos so far. Yep, there's no reason for that. That's a rookie mistake. I switched it from ISO Auto to ISO 800 prior to this shoot, and then I just didn't realize it until the end of the shoot. So all of these photos shot at ISO 800. So what I mean that the lens is free floating, just check it out. So first of all, it's quite small, as you can see. I'm using my Sony A7RV. So you can see we have the aperture ring. It's not clickable, it goes smoothly, which I've already seen being quite difficult to change to a desired setting, especially that if like you have to look for this white line here to actually find the right aperture you want to be using. I'll be honest with you, with lenses like this, with tilt lenses, today I think I'm going to be using mostly f4, f2.8 just for the best results in terms of like the creative portraits. So that's the first ring, aperture ring. The second one is the manual focus ring. This lens is obviously manual focus lens. And then you have the third ring down here. After loosening up, you'll see that you can tilt the lens like in the multiple directions, and if you go crazy like this, you're gonna see a lot of vignette, but still for portraits, I think for creative stuff it's gonna be fun. So I'm strictly thinking about this lens like creative purposes. In this next picture, I tried to play with the tilt with my favorite way, creating this dual focus. So I position my wife the way she's behind that cool cactus, so I could get both cactus in the front and her in the back in focus. So the focus line, even though I'm using f4, it's pretty shallow, as you can see. It's more diagonal as well, creating this really interesting look. All the photos here are edited with my Magic Cadabra presets with the Magic Dust Grain added, and that makes the final look on the full set of these images. Make sure to check out the link in the description for the presets and my Flash for Wedding Photographers course. And since I liked the cactus so much, I decided to play with it even more with the composition, trying to find a little opening and make a tighter frame. I struggled a bit with tilting and focusing, and I find it always a bit hard to focus the way I want with regular tilts, and with this one it was even harder because of that free flow. But with the results, again, I'm really happy with it. For the next photo, I picked this backlit spot in the semi-shade under olive tree. And as you can see with the spots that I'm picking, I'm looking for layers so I can benefit from playing with the different planes of focus. Again, the tilt is slightly diagonal, but mostly because I had hard times keeping the lens in a straight tilt. You can see me zooming in to focus more precisely on the face, and bam, the picture is ace. I tried to play with the flares as well, but they were super crazy at the maximum tilt, to the point that it was very hard to control it, at least in this particular situation. So I snapped a couple shots here and moved on to the next spot. which was this beautiful opening, again backlit, with the light sliding on the edge of the mountain. As I chose the perfect hour for this shoot, by the way, I used Sunseeker app to get the position of the sun exactly like I wanted at the exact time, so I knew when to start a shoot. Highly recommend this app. And here I shot a couple horizontal and couple of vertical frames and play with the edit as well. So I kind of cannot decide which one is better. Maybe you can help me out. Underexposed, so this darker picture, or more exposed, so this brighter picture. What's your opinion? Let me know down in the comments. One more really interesting use case of a tilt lens is to shoot kind of through the wall of some flowers like here. So because you get this really interesting effect of different flowers at different distances from you, in focus and out of focus, so it looks really, really cool. And for the last shots, I play with the flare again, so using the last moments of sun, this time in a sitting scenario kind of, with more stuff in the background, not just sun. And as you can see, I got multiple different layers of flare, which in some cases can benefit the picture and some may not. But in this, I do think it actually did work. Okay, so the thing is, as you can see, you can clearly get amazing results, like super, dreamy look. Like my favorite photo is this one, like with it like this backlit tree, and I was like positioning my wife to get this perfect silhouette, underexposed, amazing result. But also like basically some of these portraits when I can have like a different plane of focus, so I could have something in front of like this cactus being like sharp, so I could see the needles, and then my wife being in the background still in focus. So this both subject and the what is in front of the subject and what is behind the subject in focus. So the cool stuff about the tilt. The problem I had with this one, even though it gets you amazing results, it's really, really hard to use, specifically for me, as I know how tilt works. So I was trying to tilt it up, and when I was tilting it up and I was moving my focusing ring, the lens was kind of moving to a different plane of focus. So I couldn't have actual straight line like this, going up and down. All the time I had to struggle with some not exactly straight line. So like really painful to use, and like moving it, blocking it, trying to focus, then unblocking it, moving it again, way, way harder than when you use actual tilt lens that kind of moves up and down, you lock. You move up, you lock. You move down, you lock. Either way, because of that free flow functionality, it can get you like even more creative result. If you want to start with a tilt lens, for sure, this can be fun, but it's going to be hard. It's going to take time for you to actually learn how to use it. I like the colors better of this one than I had from the TT Artisan 51.4. I think this is just like better glass inside, I guess. Optically wise, I think this is a better lens. Either way, this is AstrHori 51.4. Check the photos on my blog post. Here's the link so you can actually watch these photos in your own pace. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.